Ridin, dirty, ridin, dirty. Well, we're back again. It is the Ridin Durty Show with yours truly, VicXL.
And Boss Lady Bird. Hey,
So, Bird, before we even get started, can I get a my guy?
What up, my guy?
Hey, you need t-shirts to say that, Bird. Everybody knows that you need to trademark and patent that. And anytime anybody says it, you need to be hitting them with the cease and desist, because those are your words. For real.
You're right. My guy.
How you doing today, Bird?
I'm great. Vic, how about yourself?
Man, I am doing, I shouldn't even be doing so well. I'm always trying my best to find that silver lining. You know, I try my best to always be doing good. You know, I'm possibly about to be get sued for a large amount of money, but I'm doing good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, it's okay. Like I'll get online and tell my personal business. My insurance company, I don't know, homeowners insurance is some BS. That's all I'm gonna say. Homeowners insurance is some BS. So yeah, I'm gonna put it like that. So I had a tragedy. Well, a tree fell in my goddamn yard, basically.
Yeah.
And I paid to have this. Well, I had this company remove this tree because that's what I thought I'm supposed to do. And the insurance company don't want to pay, and they charged me $10,000. So I might be finna run off on the plug.
Yeah.
So they'll probably use this video as incriminating evidence too, but it's okay. Hey man, call me the gingerbread man. Catch me if you can. At one point in time in life, I realized that they don't put you in jail and you can do stuff like bankruptcy. You just might get it. Okay, but that's not what this show is about. Shout out to the tree company that done an amazing job cleaning up my yard. Gingerbread man. Anyway, Bird, there's a lot going on in this world of entertainment, hip hop, R&B, just this world that we call music. And why me and you come together once a week is to talk about some of these trending topics and headline things that me and you find near and dear. So today is no different than any other day that we come to people with this entertaining content. So I want to start off, and we ended it with this, but I want to start off with this because it's so near and dear to you. Why?
It is.
And I messed up his initials. Is it YNW Melly?
YNW Melly. YNW.
It's YNW.
Yeah. Yes.
Young Ninja World. That's what it stands for. Young Ninja World. I tend to use ninja because I don't want to give people the platform to, when they have that, he used a hard ER, use the A. No, y'all just say ninja. It's okay. Say ninja. We know what you're talking about when you say ninja. Young Ninja World Melly. We talked last week, Melly he was basically a hung jury.
Yeah, he had just been denied bond, I believe, when we talked last week. But now I think with his co-defendant, and yes, YNW Portland is a co-defendant, they could have been tried together. The only reason why they're not is because of the death penalty case. I don't know why that guy got on No Jumper yesterday, wanted to argue with old girl that he's not a co-defendant. Yes, he is. He is. But he's been out on bail this whole time. But yesterday I seen that he was arrested for trying to coerce some witnesses. Why are you trying to coerce witnesses if you're not guilty, my guy? And then I get up and read this morning that the prosecution has accused a detective in the YNW Melly case of lying, and she is now a defense witness. It's looking better for Melly and Melly every day.
So, with all this being said, do you think Melly is going to eventually come home?
I think they've already put in a motion for the judge to dismiss the case. He's given the prosecution time to defend it, and I guess if they don't, which it's not looking good, that I guess the case has a possibility of being dismissed and not even going back to trial.
So this is the thing. From your personal opinion, and everything we do is alleged and opinionated. Bird and myself don't claim to have any information that nobody else has. All the stuff we talk about is opinion based off the facts that's been presented. In your opinion, Bird, do you think Melly is guilty of murdering his two friends?
Before the trial, I definitely did. After a week or so of the trial, no, I absolutely do not. Or it hasn't definitely been proven, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Do you think if Melly is freed, do you think he'll be able to jump in and resume his music career? Do you think
absolutely?
He'll be more popular?
I think he will be more popular than he ever has been.
You think the world is waiting on him?
I do. I mean, he's been in jail since he was like 19. I believe he's 22 now. I think he's been incarcerated 4 years. He barely got really jump started on his career. I'm really excited to see with this experience alone how it's reflected into his music.
Oh, okay. And you know what? And I think too, because there's a guy, Tay who had the song "The Run" some years back. I don't know if you're familiar with it, out of Texas, and he got a lot of time for a situation. And I feel like if he was released today, the world would jump back on him. And you know what has proven that to me? Gunna.
What's that? Gunna? Oh, absolutely. And I'm not, as we know, I'm not a big Gunna fan at the moment. I think he's does well more as a producer than he does a rapper. I'm not a fan of his music, but just the fact that he's out walking around, and I do think we'll see him on the stand if they ever get Young Thug's case into trial. So I just can't ride with Gunna right now.
All right, but you know, Gunna, he has a song. I'm not sure because you're where you're at and I'm where I'm at, but in my area, Gunna's song is called "You Mean" is huge.
It is, and I like the song he did called "Hot" too. I thought it was a good song, but just I kind of put him up there with 6ix9ine at the moment.
Ooh, that's little news I want to talk
about. Until I'm proved differently, like he's up there with them.
Okay, now going back to what we saying about the popularity and the music. Now there are so many people that feel like Gunna, you know, somehow, some way made it home through snitching. Yep. But Gunna has a chart-topping song right now, "You Mean," and as of today, he is a certified. That project is certified gold. So 500,000 people still rock with Gunna, whether they feel like he snitched or not.
Yeah, I think. Well, you have to think about it too. When 6ix9ine first come out of jail, he had a #1 hit, and he had no promotion. They wouldn't play him on iTunes, and several play. You know, he had really no promotion and no help, and it still went to #1. But I think that people just wanted to hear what he had to say through music.
All right, so we're gonna stick on 6ix9ine. I didn't have that on our itinerary, but you mentioned 6ix9ine, so I want to ask you your opinion about a couple of things when it comes to dealing with 6ix9ine. So you're right about what you said about 6ix9ine when he came home, and even Nicki Minaj did a song with 6ix9ine, and at the time she was hot as fish grease. So I'm not sure if you are aware, but 6ix9ine has now switched gears, and he now is not really doing, you know, he was kind of doing drill hip hop, but now he's more into the reggaeton, Hispanic side of things. You know, Bad Bunny, Ozuna, he's more in that lane now, J Balvin. And so in true 6ix9ine fashion, he is in doing Hispanic music because he's Mexican. A lot of people don't know, but he speaks Spanish. So he's doing music that's geared towards the Spanish crowd, but he is creating beef there because there's an artist by the name of Annual A. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he's a Puerto Rican artist, but he's definitely top 10 when it comes to what's going on that side of things. But he had a record with 6ix9ine, and when 6ix9ine went through all that drama with the snitching, Annual A asked to be removed from the record. So of course 6ix9ine, I guess, took offense to that, right? So
yeah.
And they had words in Miami at some point in time, no violence sparked from that. But as of today, 6ix9ine is dating Annual A's baby mother. How do you feel about that? 6ix9ine is dating the mother of his op, the baby mother of his op.
I mean, isn't that how he got himself in shit with Chief Keef?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I remember them doing that live specific. Like I was there as it went down. And also, let me add to that, Steve Will Do It, which I'm not sure exactly who Steve Will Do It is. I'm assuming he's some kind of producer or want to be something or another. But he claims, and they just finished a podcast on No Jumper about this. He claims that 6ix9ine is broke.
So when people say broke, I don't really know what the term broke means, because industry broke and Vic and Bird broke are probably two different things.
Absolutely. But I think as far as him seeing Girls Old Lady, like I think he sees it worked for him the first time and drumming up some drama and bringing more light to him. So I think this is just a replay of that tactic.
But so 6ix9ine just did something that's really crazy, and I want to know, how do you feel about what he done, and would you do it, and do you think it should be ramifications? So 6ix9ine is dating Annual A's, like I said, one of the top Hispanic artists in the game, that real deal, do something to you type of guy, right? He's dating his baby mother. 6ix9ine just dropped a video, and in the video, he's holding Annual A's son that might be 2 or 3 months old. Is that petty trolling or what? And
that's absolutely what it is. That or he really has a death wish. Like I said, we've seen it with Chief Keef, and here we go with this guy. So I think that he's just wanting the attention. I think it's a troll.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I could watch the video of my op holding my child.
Oh, you can definitely bet dude's feeling some type of way, and I'm sure baby mama's hearing all about it.
But from a woman perspective, right? What would make a woman comfortable with doing
that? She must think that she's going to gain something out of it as well. But why you would want to go the lengths for the publicity or whatever kind of stuff that it is, and have it affect your real life and your child? I mean, you have to deal with this man probably for the next 18 years, and you're going to put your baby in his opposite arm? No, that's petty as fuck. She's wrong for that. She's wrong for that.
And she could literally cause one of these men serious jail time and one of these men seriously bodily harm. And I'm not saying who's tougher, because anything can happen to anybody at any given time. But bottom line is, someone might see the graveyard and someone might see the jailhouse based off her actions.
I agree. She really didn't think this through, I don't think.
Yeah. She's a beautiful lady. I don't know. She could probably have anybody want. Like, not knocking 6ix9ine, because I'm sure 6ix9ine is a troll. So 6ix9ine is just doing it because he's mad at me.
Absolutely.
He's just it's the ultimate get back.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is a kind of a repeat action of 6ix9ine. He did the same thing with Chief Keef. So I guess we'll see what the ramifications are.
Yeah, we're gonna be praying for 6ix9ine. Don't hurt him. We're gonna pray for 6ix9ine safety. We're gonna pray for 6ix9ine safety. Don't hurt 6ix9ine. All right, keep it on with rappers in jail and problems. Blueface. He cannot stay out the damn news.
Nope.
He's been sentenced for a Las Vegas shooting. What information you got on that?
You know what? I never did go back and look and see what his sentence actually was. but he has been. It was my understanding it was something that had happened a while ago. I don't think he got a jail sentence. I think it was probably a fine and a little bit of probation.
Yeah, he got probation for it. He got probation for a shooting on a Las Vegas Strip some years ago. Now, this is the thing about me and Blueface. Well, let me say this: the shooting happened in 2022, so it's October, so it's right at a year. I don't think anyone was killed. I think it was a firearm, disarmed while they was on the strip. But you still can't be out in public busting off. So this is the thing about Blueface. I think Blueface, and I wish there are artists out here that we know more about their legal situations or their personal lives than their music. I'm not even sure.
It seems like all the drama he's got going with the new baby mama and the new baby in the case, it's like he wants to just be a public influencer or whatever you want to call it. I don't think he's really about the music. I think he just used that as a way to get into the public eye. Because it seems like ever since then he's been on a bunch of fuckery, but
yeah, because I remember Blueface when he came into the music game, he had the song Tatiana. And for the life of me, if you said Vic for $1 million, you can set your family up for life. Tell me Blueface's second single, and you can't hit Google. My family's gonna be mad as hell at me because I don't remember him having the second single.
Me too. I don't know. I don't have any clue.
Yeah, I don't even know if he ever done a second single. I don't know if he ever released the album. I don't even know anything about him and having no features. I just know.
I know a lot about his baby mama though.
Yes, and look, and you know what? Even in that situation, I think Blueface has made her a star, and she's going to surpass him.
Absolutely.
Because
I agree with that.
No one cares about Blueface's music. We just want to see the train wreck of a life he has. And and the funny thing, I seen an interview with Blueface's mother, and in the interview, she talked about how when he was young, she had him in acting classes and had him doing auditions for different stuff. She also was an aspiring actress. And part of me feels like it's all that's part of what he wanted to be anyway. And that was just some type of influencer, like you said.
Yep. Only time will tell, but I don't see him making it with a music career at all.
All right. Keefy D has been arrested for being part of or the murder of Tupac Shakur. How do you feel when you hear the words someone is arrested for the murder of Tupac?
I want to know why it took 27 years. Because it seems like I've heard this name in a lot of documentaries and shit that have been done. It seems like I've heard this man's name, and he may even have been in the documentaries. I'm not sure. But I want to know what took the Los Angeles Police Department 27 years to get this guy. I want to know more about what led up to it. When they really started focusing on him, how long he's been being investigated. Has it just been the last few months since we've heard about it? I think that the internet played a great deal in this because they didn't have the eyes on him in 96, 97 when this first happened like they do now with the internet and everything else. So I think that played a huge part in it personally. I'm very curious and anxious to know if P. Diddy's going to come into play or not. Okay,
so this is just my hood philosophy on it. First and foremost, Keefy D has been self-snitching on himself for the past 5 years. Anybody with a microphone, Keefy D will come. I'm mad as hell. I never interviewed him because he will come on your platform. Look, he'll come on your platform and pretty much tell his involvement in the situation. He was most definitely in the vehicle, and he said the shots came from the back seat, and he was riding in the back seat. But he won't say who shot. Well, bro, if you ain't you know what? I'm a cop. I'm arresting you because Everybody else in that vehicle was dead. Is dead. So for whatever reason, he's been self-snitching for the past 5 years. Shout out to DJ Vlad, because you can go right now and watch any Vlad interview with Keefy D and say, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And I think the LA Police Department or Las Vegas Police Department, they probably watched Vlad like me and said, we're going to go on and arrest Keefy D. But this is what I think. This is just, again, my opinion. I think Keefy D is a pawn for a bigger fish.
Absolutely. I kind of agree. I do agree with that.
I think now it's been rumored that there was $1 million hit on Tupac prior to this situation happening. And allegedly, this $1 million bounty hit, whatever word you choose to use, was placed on Tupac's head via P. Diddy.
Yep.
So it's very interesting for me to see, is this a ploy to really get the big fish who might be P. Diddy?
And I'm probably crazy for not knowing this, or I just don't recall. Has there ever been an arrest in the Biggie murder either?
No.
I think that'll come next very soon.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how these two tie together, because I think somehow or another we're going to see that these two murders, I for whatever reason, I feel like somehow, some way, the same people are intertwined in these murders. I feel like the same brother.
I'll be kind of happy to see P. Diddy kind of have to take some accountability for all the shit that people have went down for. What was the guy's name from Belize that did that?
Sean.
Sean, yes, thank you. You know, he spent a great deal of his life for the shoot, some kind of shooting or something. I believe that happened in Atlanta. That you know, he pretty much didn't snitch P. Diddy out. That's what it was. He went and served his time and shit. And from the interview I seen he did on Drink Champs, like P. Diddy, like Busta Rhymes was there to support him real big when he was in jail and shit. And this person was there when he was in jail and got out of jail. But P. Diddy wasn't really there for his boy like he should have been. So if he is involved, I'll be kind of excited to see him actually have to take some responsibility for some shit that he, you know, set in motion or however you want to verbalize it.
So, and this is very, very sad. Speaking of P. Diddy, and what I'm about to say is not alleged, is documented. No one has been able to have a successful career outside of P. Diddy other than P. Diddy. And I'm going to go down some artists that you might remember, and you'd be like, wow. Okay, so you just mentioned Shine, who done over 10 years in jail, and as soon as he was released from jail, he was expedited, and now he's in Belize, which is where he's from, but he's celebrated in Belize, and he's basically clergy there. He's like a politician in Belize. So, okay, you remember Black Rob, who had the song Whoa.
Yeah.
Black Rob died and was basically broke. All right. You remember G Depp, who had the song Special Delivery. G Depp is in jail for shooting someone in an attempted robbery on a bicycle.
Wow.
If you remember artists by the name of Loon has basically, Loon went and done like 10, 15 years in prison for conspiracy to sell drugs, and now he's a devout Muslim. Like, when I say devout, I'm talking about the beard, the garb, all that. He left the music business. All right, Craig Mack, you know, Flavor in Your Ear.
Yeah.
He died years back, but Craig Mack was in South Carolina, penniless, in a cult, in a religious cult. He had become part of a religious cult, and he was broke.
Do we know the status of Mace? Because I don't feel he flourished to his full potential behind P. Diddy.
Mace could be one too. Mace basically just said, forget the music business and moved to Atlanta to become a preacher. At the height of his career, he left the music business, moved from New York to Atlanta to become a preacher. Now Mace does what me and you do, creates content on YouTube. He has a podcast.
I guess this is probably why, because anybody that knows me knows I have a up deal of like, I love me some Dallas Austin. I think he has did great things for all the musicians that's come out of Atlanta. Why couldn't P. Diddy be more like Dallas?
Because P. Diddy is bigger than Dallas.
What it is because Dallas stood behind his artist, not in front of.
Yes.
So a lot of people don't realize all that he actually is involved with, all he's put out, how we're going to even speak on the Bring Us to the OutKast album speaker box. We wouldn't have that without Dallas Austin.
Yes, Dallas is very influential in a lot of in I'm gonna say, especially the music we love from OutKast, TLC, Criss Cross, Jermaine Dupri. Dallas Austin has a finger in that Atlanta culture that what makes Atlanta what it is today. Dallas,
yeah, all of them.
Yes, like even if Dallas' name wasn't there, Dallas was influential in creating a lot of these relationships. So he's definitely a forefather. Now, the reason I said Dallas isn't as big is because of what you said. Dallas never chose to put himself out front. Diddy was always willing to be bigger than his artist. Dallas is like a national treasure. You stumble upon his name and find out all these great things he done. You know, you might be standing in line in Kroger next to Dallas Austin and never know.
Yeah, unless you know, you wouldn't know. Unless
right.
He talks about, if you've ever, it's my favorite, probably one of my favorite episodes next to the T-Pain episode that 85 South Show has ever done. And he tells such great stories about so many people, from TLC to Prince to Michael Jackson to fucking Buster Rhymes, just all these people. And it's like, wow, you wouldn't have known that if you didn't hear. Like, I wouldn't have known a lot of that if I hadn't seen that episode. But yeah, people don't realize what all he's really had a hand in. And but I have a lot of respect for Dallas Austin. I like Dallas him a lot.
Austin. Dallas Austin is the man. I have the pleasure of meeting and being in his company so many times over the year. Now he's not anybody whose number is in my phone book, but he's always showed me a large magnitude of love by the people I'm associated with and the people he's associated with. And anytime we cross paths, he always treated me like someone he remembered. You know, he didn't give me that, what up, homie, and keep it moving.
Right, right. Well, I mean, we wouldn't have had the movie ATL had it not been for Dallas Austin. That was based on his uncle, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking of Dallas, I'm gonna say this before we talk about this OutKast. If you're in Atlanta or have an opportunity to visit Atlanta, because I'm not sure if this is going to be a landmark that will stay, but Dallas Austin, and I don't even know if you know this, Bird, but Dallas
Are you talking about the Hollywood stars that are in Atlanta?
No, Dallas Austin just opened a hip hop museum here in Atlanta for.
Okay, yeah, I heard about that. And that may be the location too, that because he was telling about how much each, I guess, walk would cost if you wanted to put your, like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, how they have that out there with the footprints. Yeah. Like they're actually doing that in Atlanta as well.
Yeah, he has the museum, which if you get a chance, come to Atlanta, visit the museum, and it has some amazing. And look, he's so detailed with the museum. He mentioned, like, they have a display that mentions all these DJs that carved out a niche in Atlanta to help this music get to where it's at. And it's recognizing DJs, that you might not never even heard of because they never made it to a television screen or radio, but they were like the hood DJs. And I just thought that was dope that he has a display that mentioned over 100 DJs who helped shape the culture of Atlanta hip hop. So, I think Dallas will definitely be saluted.
Well, we got to get a hold of Dallas and get.
Man, he's a national treasure, period. And you know what else he doesn't mention? He doesn't talk about having a baby. He doesn't talk about having a baby with Chili from TLC. He don't even really talk about that.
He don't talk about his relationship with Madonna very much either.
Yeah, he sure don't. He sure don't. All right, but speaking of OutKast, we turn the corner and about to end it. OutKast now had the last OutKast album, which was Speaker Box / The Love Below, is now the best-selling rap album of all time.
13 times platinum.
13 times platinum. They just surpassed the Eminem show. 13 times platinum. Now, the cool part about that, it was a double album. So they've only really sold about 6.5. But with a double album, they counted twice. I don't know if you knew that, but still 13 million from a group out of ATL where people used to say they country and slow. Ain't that crazy that a Southern group has
Don't count us out down here. Don't count us out down here.
Look, I always think about at the Source Awards when Andre 3000 said, the South got something to say. The South got something to say.
And everybody used to make fun of him for the flute and the costumes and all that. But that's kind of how I look at Gene. Like Andre was a real showman. Yes. And I think of Gene in that same kind of light.
You know what? And I admire, and there's so many different type of showmen. I admire the over the top showmen. I admire the people that are not afraid to basically put themselves out there to potentially be criticized and laughed at, but they're doing it because it's coming from within their heart. Because I'm sure there are a lot of us that want to take chances and do things against the norm, but we don't because we're afraid what people are going to think. You know what I'm saying? And I always have admired people like that. Like even, with me, at my age, I still believe and follow hip hop. 95% of my friends be like, man, you're too old. So, but it's what I love. And I admire people who do dress, say, speak, stand on what they love. And that's what separates us from, it's like being an entrepreneur. That's why that percentile of people are so small.
Yep, I agree. You're never too old to love hip hop. Hip hop was probably a lot of people's first love.
Hey man, OutKast was the first group to get on stage with slides and socks on. That showed the world like how we really dress in Atlanta. now everybody wears Nike slides and socks, but OutKast, we were doing that before somebody done it. And all of a sudden, OutKast get on stage like, oh, hell.
That brings me back to Dallas Austin as well. He tells the story one time of how they didn't wear polo to be cool. They wanted to dress like the polo man, like the emblem with the, the sweater vest and all that. And that's how they rocked in high school. They wasn't so much worried about wearing the brand. They wanted to look like the brand, if that makes any sense. And I always thought that was pretty funny.
Listen, and I would bring my mom on this platform. Look, my mom used to sew. So they used to have what they used to call riding boots. I'm old. And they were like these really, really high boots that the jockeys would wear, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And listen, my short ass begged my mom to buy me some riding boots, right? I got these boots. Now these boots come up damn near to my knee. Okay?
This is exactly the look I'm talking about.
Yes,
he said polo man. That is it.
And then I got my mom to buy me or make me like those pants like the jockeys were wearing.
Yeah, yeah.
And look, my mom bought me a striped polo shirt. All I needed was that little ugly ass hat, and I would have been the polo man.
That is so funny, Vic. That is
look,
so
and
funny.
I'm coming into school. Look, and everybody tell you like I was always in the running for best dress. Shit, I'm coming into school like I did these fools. I look like the polo man for real.
I love it. Who's our artist of the week?
Hold on. I got more news. I got two more things.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. Fetty Wap. And I don't know if the world remembers.
Yeah, I'm
queen. Well, Fetty Wap was trapping for real. For real. He was trapping for real because Fetty Wap is now serving a 6-year bid in prison.
Yeah.
But it appears that Fetty Wap has made himself at home because there are pictures surfacing online. And Bird, I would love if you once we drop this, you make a short or put the pictures up on your page of Fetty Wap looking extremely comfortable.
I already got the picture, as a matter of fact.
Fetty Wap
he looked like he fit right in too.
Yeah,
I don't think this is Fetty's first bid.
No, but you know it's funny because I'd never seen Fetty. That eye looks a little different.
Yeah, baby. Yes, he does have. I'm not sure the story behind that, or if it was something he was born with, or something that happened to him later in life. I'm going to research that, and I'll get back to you on our next show.
Yes, but he's definitely comfortable. He got the crew, he got the clique, and it's whatever with Fetty Wap because I guess Trap Queen was a real song.
I think it was. I believe it was. Yeah. And I like how he owned it and didn't drag out a big long ass trial. He's like, "Hey, you got me. Let's go and get this done."
Yeah. So definitely salute to Fetty Wap holding it down like a real G. You know, it's always funny to me. Shout out to all my brothers behind bars, all my sisters behind bars, free the guys. But they be doing photo shoots in jail like. I'm sorry. I don't think you're going to get a picture of me in jail with a smile on my damn face. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm probably got on a shirt to say "Free Me" that I done wrote "Free Me" with crayons. Like, but they in there chilling like shit. What? Look, I'm like, do they have on joggers? They let them wear joggers in jail?
I think depending on what kind of facility he is, yeah.
Listen, man, I want that sweatsuit he got.
It wasn't bad looking, was it? I want to bring that motherfucker home and have a whole Fetty line.
Yeah, I want that sweatsuit right now. All right, last story. Salute to my girl Latto. Latto is one of the first artists. Well, not one of the first artists, but I had an opportunity to be part of the beginning of Latto's career. I put her on her first citywide tour. It was called "Smart is the New Cool." We used to go around to elementary school and middle schools and encourage kids to do well on the CRCT. So salute to Latto, salute to her dad, Shane. She's put in the work. She won the rap game that Jermaine Dupri done. And after that, her career has took off to right now. She's definitely top 5 female rapper 2023. She's doing her thing. But Latto just released a brand new album, or she's in the process of releasing a brand new album, and I think it's going to be called Latto World or Latto City. Well, to celebrate, Latto decided to have a party in the famous Magic City. If you know anything about Atlanta, Georgia, you know about Magic City. Like, people who come to town, like, I gotta go to Magic City. They're trying to dip off on their wives to get a glimpse of that Magic City. You can't come to Atlanta and not go to Magic City and go to the Varsity. You ain't living. So Latto decided to do her listening party, release party in Magic City, right?
Yep.
So of course, Latto, she making it rain, doing her thing. She's making it rain on all the strippers, right? Somehow, some way, Latto lost her, I'm gonna just say, debit card pouch. You know, like the little pouch that you keep your debit cards and stuff like that in. She misplaced it, right? So Latto, like anybody, me or you, looking for her pouch, she decides to say, well, shit, one of y'all done stole my pouch. I'm taking all my money back. So she basically started to have her people and herself get all the money she threw on the floor, scoop it up, and take it back with her. Do you think she was wrong?
It's probably not a good look, but I understand why she did it.
Yeah, like, shit, y'all gonna steal my wallet? Y'all ain't finna get this money. She probably done it as a ploy, hoping that once she started taking the money, somebody would say,
yeah, somebody would come out with the wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, be like, you know, she probably like hoping somebody like, those guys got it.
I see a regular smuggler person like me or you doing that, but her being, throwing a party there and knowing that eyes were on her, like I said, it probably wasn't a good look.
So
but I get it. I get it.
She caught a lot of flack from that. One of the dancers took it to social media and outed her, calling her cheap. That dancer no longer works in Magic City, so I guess Latto do got some pull. But guess what Latto did? Guess what Latto did?
Did she go back to the strip joint and make it rain?
Nope. She took some of the strippers with her and did her own private show in the studio.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
So, some people are going to call her cheap. Some people are going to say, hey, I would have handled it that way. I'm going to be honest.
I think at that point, then it must have been that particular stripper that felt some type of way who was probably the one that was guilty.
Yeah, she probably got the wallet. Allegedly. Maybe. Yep. All right. Artist of the week, artist of the episode is a female artist. Give it up for the ladies. She goes by the name of Foreva Rose. Y'all can check her out on Instagram at Foreva Rose. That's FOREVAROSE. She's a female artist doing her thing. She also is a mother, and I love when the ladies balance motherhood and pursuing this music. She just dropped a brand new record called Break You Off. I think it's a very dope record, but in the video, she reenacts the movie Love and Basketball. So I thought that was really cool. She's a talented rapper / singer. If you get an opportunity, man, everybody out there, please check out Foreva Rose and let her know. Go check out the video and tell her that you heard about her as an artist on the Ridin Durty Show with Bird and VicXL. So that's all I got for him, Bird. You got anything else?
But while we're talking about female artists, you played a song that was kind of a country rap song from a female last week on the show. Can you tell me what her name was? Because I really was feeling that.
Her name was, I might say it wrong, Shayanti, and it's spelled Chiyanti.
Okay, yeah. Y'all need to check her out too, even though she ain't the artist of the week. My bad. It was probably the wrong time to ask that. But
no, that's cool.
To ask you that.
No, because that's what we do, and that's what it's about, to help expose people, to help.
Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you. I was feeling that. And anybody knows I'm not really into female artists, so salute to you for getting my attention.
And you know what? Shout out to her because she's kind of in that what her name? Lizzo lane.
Hey, yeah. Shout out all my big girls. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a big girl. That song.
Hey, I'm even a bigger fan now.
Yeah, she will be
considered. We need a representative of the thick girls in this country rap game. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, she will be considered the country rap version of Lizzo. She has a record called Big Old Wagon or Big Old something, but I look forward to working with her, bringing her on several platforms, and continue to play over music. She's very, very talented, but she looked like she could be Lizzo's cousin.
I love it.
All right, Burp. Now, before we get up out of here, you cannot leave without telling these people how to find you all over this World Wide Web.
Yeah, you can catch me on YouTube. All you gotta do is search Boss Lady Bird. I will be the one that comes up. And make sure you subscribe and like and share me out.
All right, and everybody who's interested, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Ridin Durty Radio, TikTok, Ridin Durty Radio, Facebook, Ridin Durty Radio. And if you're an artist out there and you feel like you have something that's newsworthy, or if you're a person out there and you feel like you have something that's newsworthy, feel free to inbox me or Bird, and we will do our best to get it talked about.
Yeah, artists, also send me your music for trap radio. If you ain't being heard and you want to be heard and your shit ain't slow, send it to me, birdbuzz85@gmail.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, until next episode, remember, time is the one thing you can't get back. And if you chose to hang out with me and Bird for these past 40+ minutes, we have nothing but respect and admiration for you guys. Until next episode, y'all, peace.
See ya.